Hello dear students, good morning to all. This is the continuation of Egyptian civilization. Today we are going to deal with the script of Egypt and the major contributions of the Egyptian civilization. Let us begin with the script of Egypt. The script of Egypt is known as Hieroglyphic Script or sacred writing. Why it is sacred writing? Because it was used by the priest of Egyptian civilization. And this script was deciphered by Champollion, who was a great French decipherer. Decipher means to interpret or to convert into our language. And we know that they have used in your book, you can see a picture of a hieroglyphic script, and it looks like many pictures. And it is written picture signs of hieroglyphic script. They have used different pictures for their script, and it was deciphered by a French decipherer, and he was Champollion. When we come to the next page, here we get the history of paper. At the beginning, Egyptians wrote on stones, walls, or clay tablets, and later on they made a sort of paper from the reeds and leaves of a tree called papyrus. The present word paper, we are using the word paper, and this word is derived from this word papyrus. And Egyptians used the leaves and the reeds of a tree called papyrus for writing. And from this word, or from this history, the word paper came. The next point is that the writing in Egypt was a special art. Much of the hieroglyphic writing was done very beautifully and artistically. And the writers were held in high esteem in society and by the kings. That means the writers of Egyptian civilization held a very high standard in the society. They held a very good position, and the writings were very beautiful and artistic. Dear students, if we make into points, the first and foremost point is about the name of the script, hieroglyphic, and it is considered as a sacred writing because it was used by the priest. And there was one famous decipher, and he is called Champollion, a French decipher, and he interpreted, or he translated this script. The second point is that the Egyptians wrote on stones, walls, and clay tablets, and later they have used the reeds and leaves of a tree called papyrus. And the present word paper is derived from this tree, or this from this word. And the next thing is that the writings in Egypt was a special art. They have written the script very beautifully and artistically, and the writers held a high esteem in society. These are the main important 3 points about the script of Egyptian civilization. And the next point is about the contributions of the Egyptian civilization. The first thing, the Egyptians made a significant contribution to the growth of knowledge. They developed the solar calendar, which was more accurate than the lunar calendar given by Babylonians. So the first point is that they have given a significant contribution in the field of knowledge. We have studied that they believed in different gods and goddesses, and they had their own temples, and those temples were not just for worshipping. They have used it for knowledge, studies, research, etc. So the Egyptians given a great contribution for the growth of knowledge, and they have made one solar calendar, and which was more accurate than the lunar calendar given by the Babylonians. And the second point is that in order to make pyramids, they made a good use of arithmetic and geometry. Pyramid is one of the world wonders, and in order to create this pyramid, they have used arithmetic and geometry very well, and they gave to the world the measurements of triangle and rectangle. They might have used rectangular shaped stones to create the triangle shaped pyramids. And the next point is that they also developed the decimal system of counting and used special signs to represent units, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. So they have used the decimal system, of counting. They have used special signs to represent units, tens, hundreds, thousands, etc. And the last, but I think it is the most important, they knew about chemicals that could preserve the bodies of the dead. We know that they believed in the life after death, and they preserved the bodies. They have mummified the bodies, dead bodies. So they knew the chemicals used for uh, preserving the dead bodies. So once again, if we summarize, Egyptians made a significant contribution to the growth of knowledge. The first thing is that they have given a solar calendar. Second point is that they had given the contribution in the field of arithmetic and geometry, and they given the measurements of triangle and rectangle. And the next point is about decimal system of counting. They have used the decimal system of counting. They have used different signs to represent the units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. And finally, they know the chemicals used to preserve the dead bodies. Dear students, here with this one we have completed the Egyptian civilization also, and we have one more civilization is called the Huangho civilizations. Dear students, the Huangho civilization and its question answers will be dealt later, and in the next class onwards we will begin civics. Dear students, when you study for the unit test, you have to study the first chapter for history, that is Indus Valley civilization. Chapter 1b will not be coming for the first unit test. So utilize the time, study well. Have a nice day. God bless you all.